Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to play another game from the 1978 Boston Red Sox replay. This is going to be game number 140. And it's going to be game number 2 in a 4-game series against the New York Yankees. And the Red Sox are currently tied with the Yankees now for first place after yesterday's victory. So they'll be trying... So that if they can win this game, they will be in first place by their lonesome. It's going to be Jim Beattie going for the Yankees against Jim Wright for the Boston Red Sox. And Jim Wright actually only pitched 1 1/3 innings in the actual game. Bill Lee pitching 7 innings. So there was a possibility we may get Bill Lee to start the game here. So let's see here. We're going to take a look here and to see if we can figure out. So Jim Wright is 111% of his usage, so he's over his percentage there. And Bill Lee is 113%. So Bill Lee has just 5 more innings left till he reaches his max for the season. And Jim Wright 6 innings. So both pitchers pretty close to their max there. So I think we're going to go with Jim Wright starting like we we did in actual real life, and we'll have Bill Lee ready to come in just in case he gets hit around, because I think Bill Lee will be good against a lot of the lefties that are in the lineup, because New York does have a lot of good left-handed power hitters. But anyway, for now we're just going to start here. We have Jim Beattie going against Jim Wright. Mr. Brody is ready with Purple Dinosaur. Mr. Brody has his favorite Yankees shirt there. And we're ready to roll.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty. So it's game from Friday, September 8th of 1978, and I was just looking at the box score in Baseball Reference, and I noticed something pretty interesting. The Red Sox actually committed in this game 7 errors. Yes, 7 errors in the game. And the even more strange thing about it is that Butch Hobson played all 9 innings, and I think he played all 9 innings. Yeah, he played all 9 innings and did not commit one of the errors. So they committed 7 errors, and Butch Hobson did not commit any of them. That's pretty rare for that to happen. Number 1, for have 7 errors, and number 2, for have Butch Hobson not commit an error in a game where his team committed 7 errors. So Fisk committed 2. Dwight Evans also committed 2, another rarity for both of those guys. George Scott committed 1, Burleson 1, and Bergmeyer committed his first error of the season. So pretty interesting there. So Jim Wright on the hill. He's got a record of 9-8, has 1 more win than he actually did on the season, and 4 more losses than he did. He was 8-4 in the actual season. 4.50 earned run average, 110 innings pitched, 152 hits allowed, so very bad ratio there. 25 walks and 55 strikeouts, and has surrendered 6 home runs, which is double the amount he surrendered on the actual season. So behind Wright is going to be Yastrzemski left, Lynn in center, Evans and Wright. Again, the A defense in the outfield there. all excellent range. Hobson, Burleson, Brohammer, and Scott in the infield. Pretty standard lineup in the last few games. And Fisk behind the plate. Excellent range. Burleson also excellent range at shortstop. And Jim Wright on the hill with below average range and a pretty high error rating. And slightly below average at holding runners on. So Hobson and Scott are going to play in for the leadoff batter, which is going to be Mickey Rivers. He'll be followed by Willie Randolph, the second baseman. Thurman Munson will hit third, be behind the plate. Reggie Jackson, again, is a DH today, batting cleanup. Chris Chambliss, the first baseman, hits fifth. Greg Nettles, third baseman, will hit sixth. Lou Piniella, the right fielder, hits seventh. The left fielder, Roy White, will hit eighth. And Bucky Dent will play short and bat ninth. So as you can see, the Yankees do have 4 left-handed batters in their lineup, so that's why I was considering starting Bill Lee. So, but we decided not to. But he is ready to come in if Wright shows some struggling in the beginning. So all right, so Mickey Rivers comes in hitting .262, 12 homers, 49 runs batted in. Wright looks in for the sign from Fisk. Hobson and Scott in on the grass. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. So Rivers is on a leadoff single. Rivers is a threat to steal. Scott will hold him on. Willie Randolph up now. He comes in hitting .241 with 35 runs batted in. Looks like he's going to hit away. And that's going to be a fly ball to left. Yastrzemski is there. Slides under it and one-hands it. Almost drops it, but hangs on for out number 1. Rivers heads back to first. So Thurman Munson up now. .271 hitter. 7 homers, 65 runs batted in. And Rivers gets a walking lead. Let's see if he can get a good one here. Wright fires to first. The tag is down. And Rivers is back safely. Just slightly back safely. So Rivers will be taking a shorter lead now. So it's going to be off the 1 column Munson. And that's going to be a pop up to short. Burleson calls for it. And makes it easy catch for out number 2. Next up, Reggie Jackson. He homered in yesterday's game, equaling his total for the season. Hitting .254 with 27 homers and 71 runs batted in. See what Jackson can do here. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Hopefully Evans will not commit one of his 2 errors that he committed on the actual day. And he will not, as he's able to make the catch for out number 3. So no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left on base. And after 1/2, it's New York nothing. Boston coming up. Jim Beattie on the hill. Jim Beattie is 9-4 in the season, so a much better record than he did on the actual season, and an ERA of almost a run better with 2.84 earned run average. 105 innings pitched, 81 hits allowed, 49 walks, and 62 strikeouts, and has surrendered 4 homers. So definitely a much better record and ERA than he did in the actual season so far. So behind Beattie, it's going to be White in left, Rivers in center, Piniella in right. Piniella and White average range, Rivers above average range in center. And Piniella with average arm in right, Rivers slightly below average in center, and White well below average in left. And White with the lowest error rating there in left with a 2. And Piniella with the highest error rating with a 12 in right. In the infield, it's going to be Nettles, Dent, Randolph, and Chambliss. Excellent overall defense for the Yankees, with Nettles and Randolph being 1 ratings, being well above average. Excellent range. Dent and Chambliss above average range at short and first. Chambliss with the most sure-handed with an E4 rating, and Randolph the most error-prone with an E20 rating. So Munson behind the plate above average, with above average arm, low error rating, and Jim Beattie above average range, but with a high error rating, and not very good at holding runners on. So Burleson steps to the plate. He's hitting .281 with 2 homers, 43 runs batted in. Beattie looks in for the sign from Munson. Kicks and delivers. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. So the Red Sox start just like the Yankees start with a base hit up the middle. So next up will be Fred Lynn. Corners are going to play in. Chambliss and Nettles. Fred Lynn comes in hitting .296, 24 homers, 78 runs batted. He homered in yesterday's game. Has 2 more home runs on the season than he did in the actual season. See what he can do here. It's going to be off the 4 column of Beattie. And that'll be a fly ball to right. Pinella seems to have trouble picking it up. Stumbles, but he sticks his glove up and makes the catch. Looks like he lost it momentarily there in the lights. So 1 down and a runner on first for Jim Rice. Rice comes in hitting .301, 39 homers, 116 runs batted in. And he'll get one to hit here. Let's see what he can do with it. He gets one in the wheelhouse. And this one is going to go long, 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 and well over the green monster, over the netting for a 2-run shot. So Jim Rice puts the Red Sox on the board 2-0 with his 40th home run of the season. And it's 2-0 Boston. As the Fenway faithful cheer that one. They got the fireworks going off early here. So 2-0 as the captain, Kyle Yastrzemski, comes to the plate, hitting .277, which is what he hit on the actual season, 15 homers, 65 runs batted in. And that'll be off the 6th column. 5 column. Yeah, and it's going to be a walk. So Yastrzemski lost it there for a second. So Yastrzemski with a 1-out walk. Brings up Carlton Fisk. Fisk hitting .293, 16 homers, 72 runs batted in. So this series, as reminded to me by a Red Sox fan, was known as the Boston Massacre, in which the Yankees came in and destroyed the Red Sox in 4 games, especially the first 2, sweeping them, and thus getting a stranglehold on first place pretty much. The Red Sox would go on a long streak near the end of the month after a horrible beginning to the month and forced that 1-game playoff, but we all know the results of that one. So hoping to don't have to worry about that this year. Hopefully the Red Sox will have at least somewhat of a comfortable lead by the time that happens, but right now they're tied for first, so we're taking it 1 day at a time. So it's going to be off the 1 column. And that's going to be a ground ball to Dent. Flips the Randolph for 1, back to first, and that's a double play to end the inning. But Jim Rice puts the Red Sox on the board with a 2-run shot, his 40th of the season, and it's 2-0 now after 1. So Jim Beattie with an early lead. Brings up Chambliss. Chambliss comes in hitting .291, 19 homers, 82 runs batted in. Has 7 more home runs already on the season than he did on the actual season. And 100 less at bats. And that's going to be into the corner, into the right corner. Evans gives chase, but it'll drop down. And Chambliss will be in the second with a leadoff double. So Greg Nettles up now. He had a 2-run homer yesterday. His 20th of the season. Right, working out of the stretch. Looks back to Chambliss. Kicks and delivers. And that is going to be hit into the gap between Lynn and Evans. That one's going to go all the way to the wall. Chambliss will score easily. And it's 2-1. Nettles with an RBI double. So the Yankees quickly get on the board after the Red Sox score. So Lou Piniella up now, hitting .325 with 2 homers, 50 runs batted in. Chance to tie the game here. And he'll line one the Brohammer, makes a catch for out number 1. So Sweet Lou is retired. So let's look at some scores now, particularly the Milwaukee score. See, Minnesota is ahead of Milwaukee 6-0. So Milwaukee continues their struggles as they've fallen on hard times to begin the month of September. Now being shut out today by Minnesota. In other scores, Detroit is edging Cleveland 1-0. Baltimore shutting out Toronto 4-0. California 1-0 over Kansas City. They're battling for first place there. So Knapp battling Gurr in that one. Seattle edging Chicago 1-0. And Oakland leads Texas 1-0. So Roy right up now with an opportunity to tie the game. Comes in hitting .267, 9 homers, 40 runs batted in. And that is going to be a base hit for White. Nettles will be held at third, so runners at the corners for Bucky, Bleep, and Dent. So corners are going to play in. Hobson and Scott. Burleson and Broham are playing back. It's going to be off the 4 column. Dent comes in hitting .236 with 4 homers, 22 runs batted in. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. So that'll score a 1. And throw for the lead runner. We are going to throw for the lead runner here. Oh my goodness. I should have known. And Fred Lynn throws the ball away for an error. So that'll score 2 there. And it's a 3-2 game. So Red Sox commit their first error. This one by Fred Lynn, who did not actually commit an error in the game, but does here. And it's a 3-2 Yankee lead. So Jim Wright having early struggles here. So Mickey Rivers up now, singled in his first at bat. And that's going to be a range check on Brohammer. He'll get in front of it. And make the play over to Scott as Dent moves up to third. But with 2 down now. So Randolph up now, flew out in his first at bat. And he'll ground one to Scott. Takes to the bag himself. But the Yankees plate 3, 2 earned, 1 unearned. And it's a 3-2 game. After 1.5, Yankees with the lead. So the Red Sox now in the hole. Beattie with a 1-run lead now. Broham going to lead it off, hitting .245 on the season, 22 runs batted in. He tripled and I believe doubled in yesterday's game with a couple RBIs. And he's going to continue his hot hitting as he singles to right. Just missed the double there. As Piniella is able to get it in quickly. So leadoff runner is on for the Red Sox. Evans up to the plate now. Evans comes in hitting .241, 21 homers, 77 runs batted. Evans with 14 more RBIs than he did on the actual season already. And that is going to be a high pop up down the left field line. It's going in the foul territory. Nettles and Dent chasing. And Bucky dives and makes the play. So Bucky, Bleep, and Dent makes the catch for out number 1. So the Boomer up now, comes in .248, 15 homers, 51 runs batted in. 3 more home runs than he did on the actual season. And needs 3 more RBIs to equal his total for the season. And that's going to be hit back to the pitcher. Feeds to Randolph a 1, back to first. And they turn 2. So the Red Sox cannot score. And it remains 3-2 as we head to the third. Munson popped up in his first at-bat. And he'll strike out swinging. So Wright with his first K of the day. Equaling his total for the season now with 56. Reggie Jackson up now. Flew out in his first at-bat. And this one is a no-doubter as he goes back-to-back and back-to-back home runs and back-to-back games. Well, not really. Back-to-back home run games. That's a better way of phrasing it there. So the Yankees now with a 4-2 lead. So the Red Sox struck first, but the Yankees have doubled their score. Now lead at 4-2. Chambliss doubled in his first at-bat. And that's going to be a base hit to the up center. And there is action in the Red Sox pen. It looks like Bill Lee is starting to stretch there. Nettles up to the plate now. RBI double in his first at-bat. And that's going to be a range check on Burleson. He should be able to... Oh, he's only got a 2 range because I think he was going over to cover second. Yeah, so he has only a 2 range because he was probably going to cover second. If Chambliss was going to try to steal, so it was probably his turn to cover. But he makes the play anyway. Over to second for one, back to first, and not in time. So Nettles reaches on a fielder's choice. But the lead runner is retired. So 2 down now for Lou Piniella. Lined out in his first at-bat. And he'll ground out to Burleson. Grabs it over to Scott. And I'll do it for the Yankees in the third, but they tack on another run and lead it 4-2 now. On the solo home run by Reggie Jackson. So Butch Hobson will lead it off, the number 9 hitter. Comes in hitting .279, 13 homers, 57 runs batted in. And Hobson gets one here in his wheelhouse. And he's going to lace a single to left. Past Dent. So leadoff runner is on for the Red Sox. Rooster Rick Burleson up now. Singled in his first at-bat. And he'll draw the walk. So the Red Sox have the tying runs on board with nobody out. Here in the home half of the third. And what happened there? Oh, it's a ball 4. That was just a delayed texting there. So runners on first and second with nobody out for Freddie Lynn. Flew out in his first at-bat. See if he can atone for his error. And he will not, as he grounds out to Brandoff, who flips the second for one, back to first, double play. 4-6-3 double play as Hobson moves to third. So Jim Wright's up now. Hit a 2-run homer in his first at-bat, his 40th of the season. Now has 118 RBIs. Can he go back-to-back here? Cannot, but he'll lace a single to left, and that'll bring Hobson home with the Red Sox third run. So 4-3 now, as Rice gets another RBI with an RBI single. So Captain up now, walked in his first at-bat. And strong on a miss for strike 3. So that'll do it for the Red Sox, but they do get one run, and it's now a 1-run game as we head to the fourth. So White leads it off. Singled in his first at-bat. And he draws the walk. First walk given up by Wright today. Bucky Dent up now, 1-for-1 with an RBI. And they're going to go with a hit and run here as he grounds to Brohammer over to first. So at least by having the runner in motion, that kept him out of the double play. So White moves into scoring position with 1 down. And Cleveland and Detroit are tied at 1 now. Baltimore top of Toronto 4-2. California still leading Kansas City 1-0. Milwaukee's on the scoreboard. It's now Minnesota 6, Milwaukee 1. Seattle and Chicago are knotted at 2. And Oakland still leads Texas 1-0. As Newman has hit his 12th home run for Oakland. So Rivers up now with the runner in scoring position 1 down. He's 1 for 2 on the day. That's going to be a ground ball to Hobson. He'll look the runner back. Sidearm throw to Scott, and Rivers is retired for out number 2. So Randolph 0 for 2 on the day. Comes up. Grounds this one to Burleson for out number 3. So that'll do it for the Yankees in the fourth. So we head to the home half of the fourth with the Red Sox down by a run. It'll be Fisk, Brohammer, and Evans if anybody gets on Scott. Fisk ground into a double play his first time up. Gets one in the wheelhouse here, though. It's been a while since Fisk has homered. And it'll be a while longer, but he does draw the walk. So the leadoff runner is on for the Red Sox, tying run. Brohammer singled in his first at-bat. And he's going to pop one up to third. Nettles will call for it. Shallow left field. Back to the infield, reaches up and makes the grab. So a nice running catch by Nettles for out number 1. Evans up now. Evans fouled out his first at-bat. And that's a called third strike on the big slow curve. So 2 down now for the Boomer. Ground into a double play in his first at-bat. He'll get one to hit here. But he'll ground it into the ground as Nettles has it. Fires over to Chambliss, and that'll do it for the Red Sox in the fourth. So it remains 4-3 as we head to the fifth. Munson over 2 will lead it off. And that's going to be a fly ball to Evans and Wright. He should handle this one. And he makes the catch for out number 1. So Reggie Jackson homered in his last at bat, 1 for 2. And it looked like Wright pitched around him that time. So Jackson reaches on the 1-out walk. Brings up Chambliss. Doubled in the second and singled in the third. And he'll walk in the fifth. So the Yankees got something going here for Nettles. He's 1 for 2 of the double. There is action in the Red Sox pen. It looks like Bill Lee is throwing. And that'll be a walk to load the bases. Oh, boy. Let's check and see what Bill Lee's split thing is. Whoops. So Bill Lee is even, so he's not any better against righties or lefties. And Jim Wright is one better against lefties. But probably Piniella is going to be better against lefties. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do. So let's take a look at this. Actually, Piniella is... I don't know. He's probably just as good against lefties or righties, so it doesn't really make much of a difference there. So I think we're going to bring in the spaceman Bill Lee here. And that's going to be it for Wright. He's already up to 89 pitches. So Bill the Spaceman Lee comes in with the bases loaded and 1 down. So Bill Lee comes in, record of 4-9 on the season, 3.66 earned on average, 172 hits allowed, 173 hits, 41 walks, 44 strikeouts, and has surrendered 20 long balls. So Lee wants to keep the ball in the yard, so Fisk goes out to talk to him, probably saying no Ephus pitch. So Piniella is going to bunt. He's going to squeeze. Throwing home or taking the short at first. We're going to take the short at first. Yeah. So Jackson will come in from third and then squeeze play. But Piniella's retired. So credit Piniella with an RBI there. The Yankees lead now is 5-3. So Roy White up now. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. That's going to be a base hit off Lee's column. And this is probably going to score 2. No, it's only going to score 1. Nettles holds at third. So Bucky Bleepin' Dent up now, 1 for 2 with an RBI. And Lee cannot get the good rolls here. And the Yankees have increased their lead now 7-3. So Lee opens the floodgate door after Wright loaded it up. Oh boy. And Rivers up now. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. Looks like they're going to hold Wright at third. So the base is loaded again with 2 down for Willie Randolph, 0 for 3. And that's a ground ball to Burleson. He should handle this finally. And he will over to Scott, but damage has been done as the Yankees plate 3 more and increase their lead now 7-3. And so the Yankees leave them loaded. So Beattie with a 4-run lead now. He'll face Hobson, Burleson, and Lynn if anybody gets on Rice. Hobson singled in his first at-bat. This time grounds out to Randolph. Fires over to Chambliss for out number 1. Burleson up now. Singled in the first and walked in the third. And he's going to hit this one into the corner. It's going to roll around, into the left center field. It's going to roll all the way into the triangle area as Rivers picks it up. And Burleson will be at third with a 1-out triple. So let's see if Lynn can knock him in now. 0 for 2 on the day. And he cannot get the job done as he strikes out. Third K of the day for Beattie. Brings up Rice now. He's got 3 RBIs on the day. A homer, 2-run homer in the first, and a RBI single in the third. And this time it's going to be a fly ball to center. And Rivers will make the catch. And that'll do it. So the Red Sox cannot get the run home. And remains a 4-run lead for New York as we head to the 6th. So Lee will face Munson, Jackson, and Chambliss. Munson 0 for 3 on the day. And he lines one to Scott for out number 1. So Reggie Jackson up now. Homered back in the third. 1 for 2 officially. Lines this one to Burleson for out number 2. So that'll bring up Chambliss. Chambliss has had a perfect day so far. Doubled in the second, singled in the third, and walked in the 5th. And they finally retire him with a line shot to Burleson. So the Yankees go in order in the 6th. So it's New York 7 and Boston 3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Beattie back out there again. Beattie up to 76 pitches so far. Stremski 0 for 1 with a walk. Grounds this one to Dent. And he retires him for out number 1. So we'll look at the Milwaukee score again. Let's see, Kansas City. California's in front of Kansas City 6-3. And, Minnesota crushing Milwaukee now 10-1. So Fisk up now. With 1 out and the base is empty. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Take that 0 for 2 with a walk as he'll fly out to White and left. So Brohammer up now, 0 for 1 for 2. Pops this one up. Chambliss calls for it and he'll make the catch. So the Red Sox also go in order in the 6th. So it remains 7-3 New York. Nettles 1 for 2 with a double. Grounds this one the first. The Boomer takes it on a hop, flips it to Lee. 1 down. Pennell up now. Had a sacrifice bunt. His first time. Squeeze bunt. His first time up. 0 for 2 officially with an RBI. Go ground this one to Burleson for out number 2. So it'll bring up Roy White. Roy White a perfect 2 for 2 with a walk and an RBI. And Burleson busy lately. We'll get the out for out number 3. 7th inning stretch time here at Fenway Park. Mr. Brody and Miss Maggs. And Purple Dinosaur, who is the co-host now, with the trivia question. So name the 2 left fielders and center fielder of the 1960 Pirates World Series team. Oh boy. Was Willie Stargell there yet? I don't think he was. Could have been. I really have no idea. Oh, what's his name though? Who's the guy that hit the home run against the Yankees there? Oh my goodness, I can't. Is it Mazeroski? No, he's the infielder. I don't know. I can't think of the. Anyway, Here's the answer to the trivia question. Yeah, no idea. Left field is Gino Samoli and Bob Skinner. And center fielder was Bill Verdon. Only one I would have got was Clemente, but they named him already. So anyways, thank you for Mr. Brody, Miss Mags, and Purple Dinosaur for that one. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, with the Red Sox trailing by 4. Evans will lead it off. He's 0 for 2. Beattie back out there again. And Beattie seems to have settled down after the 3rd inning. Has not allowed an earned run since then. It's going to be a range check on Chambliss. Chambliss a 2 range. He'll get himself in front of it. And make the play for out number 1. As he leads Beattie perfectly. So Scott up now, 0 for 2. Scott will get one hit here. And he'll ground this one out to, looks like, Nettles for out number 2. So Hobson up now, 1 for 2 with a single. And he'll line this one to left. So the Red Sox go in order in the 7th. So time running out for the Red Sox as we head to the 8th, down by 4. Dent up now, 2 for 3 with a couple runs batted in. And he'll pop this one up to his counterpart. Burson calls for it, makes the catch for out number 1. And Mickey Rivers up now. He's got a pair of singles sandwiched around a couple of groundouts. And he draws the walk. So 1-out base runner for the Yankees. Brings up Willie Randolph. He's 0 for 4 on the day. And Rivers is going to try to steal. And we'll throw for him, why not? And he's in there easily. Oh, no, he's out. Wait a second. So he kicks the ball loose. So he was out at first, but he kicked the ball loose. So another dirty play by the Yankees. And Rivers is safe at second. So Randolph now 0 for 4. And he draws the walk. So Munson now 0 for 4 comes to the plate. First and second with 1 down. And Lee will load the bases. Good job, Lee. Boy. So Reggie Jackson here. Ouch. Gotta leave him in lefty on lefty here. Bases loaded and 1 down. Already has a home run today. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. It should get the run home. Lynn is under it. And he'll make the catch. Let's see if Rivers should tag on this one, I would assume. Yeah, scores easily. So Randolph's going to try to move to third, and he's safe. So another run for the Yankees is now a 5-run lead, 8-3, on the sacrifice fly by Reggie Jackson. Chambliss up now. He's 2 for 3 with a double, also walked. And Chambliss is going to hit this one over the head of Lynn. That's going to get at least 1 run home. Let's see if they send Munson. And they're going to windmill Munson home. And Munson is out. So a nice play by Lynn. Nice throw by Lynn to gun out Munson coming home, but damage done as it's 9-3 now. As we head to the home half of the 8th, Red Sox down by 6 now. Burleson's 2 for 2 with a triple. Also walked. And he continues his perfect day as he lines a single down the line. White's upon it quickly and holds him to a single. So Burleson remains perfect on the day. Brings up Fred Lynn, 0 for 3. And Lynn's going to get a hold of one here. That's going to go down the line, and gone. As Piniella watches it go. So Fred Lynn's been hot lately at the plate. It's his 25th home run of the season. And it's now 9-5. So at least they get those 2 runs back from the 8th. But it's still a 4-run game. See what Rice can do. Still nobody out, though. Rice is homing in this game already. Also had an RBI single. 3 RBIs in the game. And that is going to be hit down to left field. White's there to make the catch for an easy out for out number 1. So Yastrzemski up now. 0 for 2 with a walk. And he grounds this one back to Beattie. Flips over to Chambliss. So 2 down now. So it brings up Fisk. 0 for 2 with a walk. And it's going to be a range check on Randolph. Randolph, excellent range. Should handle this one. He'll get in front of it. Oh, and he's going to boot it. So he boots it for out number 2. So it brings up Brohammer. Brohammer 1 for 3 on the day. And he'll draw the walk, so inning's still alive as Evans comes to the plate. Evans looking for his first hit of the day. This would be a great time right now. And that's going to be it for Beattie. As the closer, Goose Gossage, comes in now. In the bottom of the 8th with 2 down. Gossage has a 6-5 record on the season with 20 saves. 2.56 earned run average, 102 innings pitched. 67 hits allowed. Only 67 hits allowed. 50 walks, though. And 94 strikeouts. But it has surrendered 9 long balls. So the Red Sox will love a long ball right now from Evans. So Gossage looks in for the sign from from Munson. Looks back at the runners, kicks and delivers. And Evans with the one hit here. Let's see what he can do. It's right in his wheelhouse. Ah. But he's going to fly out to center. Rivers is there and makes this catch. But the Red Sox do score 2. On the 2-run homer by Lynn, and it's 9-5 as we head to the 9th. So Lee back out there. Nettles 1 for 3 with a double, comes to the plate. And he strikes him out. Nice fastball by Lee. Nettles obviously expecting something different. So Pinnell up now, 0 for 3 with an RBI. Grounds this one to Burleson. So 2 down now for Roy White. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI. And that one will just get by the reach of Brohammer into center field. So a 2-out single for White. His 3rd hit of the day. Brings up Bucky Dent. He's got 2 hits on the day and 2 RBIs. And Dent, Bucky Bleepin' Dent gets a hit to extend the inning. 1st and 2nd now. From Mickey Rivers, 2 for 4 with a run scored. And that one's hit the Brohammer. Soft liner. And makes the catch there in the inning. So the Red Sox need 4. Which is going to be a monumental task against Rich Gossage. Boomer Scott will lead it off here. He's 0 for 3 on the day. And that's going to be a ground ball to Randolph. Range check. Oh, great range. He shows great range on that one by getting to it. Not many second basemen would have got to that one. And he gets him. So 1 out in the Red Sox 9th. Butch Hobson up now. 1 for 3 with a run scored. And that's going to be a range check on Dent. 1 or 2 the Red Sox need. No, he'll get to it. And make the play for out number 2. So the Red Sox down to their last out here in the 9th. Top of the order. Burleson up now. Burleson having an excellent day. Singled in the first, walked in the third, tripled in the fifth, and singled in the eighth. See if he can keep his perfect day going. And he cannot. He lines to Dent to end the ball game. So today was just not the Red Sox day, as they fall to the Yankees 9-5 and fall out of first place now. Now they're a game behind the Yankees, who will vault back in the first place. Mr. Brody saw that coming. Whoops. Here we go. All right, so let's see here. So Jim Wright pitches 4 1/3 innings. Did not have good stuff today. Allowed 7 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout. So the Red Sox did not commit to 7 errors. They only committed 1, but their pitching did not hold up. So Bill Lee, 4 2/3 innings. Allowed 6 hits, only 2 runs, both of them earned, 3 walks, and a strikeout. And Jim Beattie will get the win. He's now 10-4, so he continues his good season. Pitches 7 2/3 inning, allows 8 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, and surrendered 2 home runs. So Rich Kostic gets his 21st save, pitches an inning and a third, allowing no hits and no walks or strikeouts. So for the Yankees, Mickey Rivers was 2 for 5 with a run scored. Willie Randolph 0 for 4 with a run scored. Thurman Munson was hitless 0 for 4. Reggie Jackson 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored, 2 runs batted. Also had a solo home run. Chris Chambliss was 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Greg Nettles 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Lou Piniella 0 for 4 with an RBI. Roy White had a fine day, 3 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. And Bucky Dent also had a good day, 3 for 5 with 2 runs, 2 RBIs. So player of the game, oh boy. I don't think it's going to be Jim Beattie, no. Ah, boy. It's either I think it's going to be co-players of the game. Chris Chambliss 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored and an RBI, and Roy White 3 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. So we're going to give co-players of the game to Chambliss and White. Yep, that's what we'll do. So let's take a look at the standings, as the Red Sox now are a game behind with the loss. So I assume Milwaukee lost, but we'll check that score out. Check and see if they did actually lose. And yes, they did. Milwaukee has lost 3 in a row now. And I think they did win 1, but I think they had like a 4 or 5 game losing streak before that too. So I think they've lost like 7 of the last 8 or 8 of the last 9 or something like that. Actually, you can tell right here. They lost 3. They were 3 and 7. So they lost 4 in a row before that. Okay. Let's see here. So Yankees now a game ahead of the Red Sox as they lose today. So the Red Sox will have a chance tomorrow to get back into a tie for first place. So they're 2 games behind their schedule. Yankees 1 ahead of their schedule. The schedule pace. And Milwaukee 2 games ahead of their place. Their actual record, despite their losing streak lately. So all right, so let's take a look at what's going to be the pitching matchup tomorrow, and then we'll call it a ball game. So it looks like it's going to be Dennis Eckersley. Well, that's good. Their ace there on the hill, who won his 20th game in the last. Ooh, Dennis Eckersley against Ron Guidry. That should be a good matchup. So Guidry was actually 20-2 coming into this game. He hasn't fared quite as well this season, but he's still having a fine season though. He actually pitched the shutout in this as the Yankees won 7-0, as Eckersley allowed 7 runs, 6 of them earned. So hopefully Eckersley will have a better outing, and Guidry will not have as good outing, strong outing, as Guidry pitched a 2-hitter too, walking 4 and striking out 5. So that ought to be a good game. So join us for game number 141, is game 3 of the series against the Yankees. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.